Here inside of the record modal, we actually have made a couple of changes and added a few things in. So if we come down to the buying info section, before FlipPilot was pretty much designed for fix and flippers. We really didn't account for anything else. We have added a wholesaling option in here as well. And so when you select wholesale right here in this buying info, you see that we actually now have this wholesale calculator that pops up for us. And this is a really simple calculator that most everybody has seen. It basically takes your ARV times a percentage, and this is completely customizable. You can change this. We do default it to 70 since that's fairly normal. Minus repair costs, minus any other costs that you may have associated with this, and then minus your desired wholesale fee, and that comes up with your MAO. So for instance, let's just say that this house is a $100,000 house, and let's just go ahead and leave it at 70%. Let's say that our repair costs are pretty minimal on this one. Let's just say $10,000. And so we come down here to desired wholesale fee, and let's say we want to make $10K on this house. And so you see right there we have a MAO of $50,000. All right. And so I'm going to go ahead and save this analysis. Now with the offer status, I'm going to go ahead and come here and I'm going to add a buying offer. So I've talked to this person. My MAO is 50. I'm definitely not going to start at 50 because I want to make sure that I've got room to come up. So in this instance, let's just go ahead and say 40K. And so we put 40 in. I've done this over the phone, and so we'll just click on Add Buying Offer. And so when we do that, you see that the latest offer made shows up and the date that it was made. What the actual offer is, that it's in green so that it actually makes sense. And then we also have a projected profit. The reason that this is showing $20,000 when I wanted a $10,000 wholesale fee is because this is actually a $10,000 less offer than my MAO. So I've got an extra 10 grand sitting here. Now, if you want to make sure that you see who has sent this, you can just click over here and this little pop-up will show up. And so I've got that. Let's say, for instance, that when I made this offer, they accepted it. And so I can come here and I can click and we can say verbal offer accepted. But in this instance, let's just go ahead and say that I've already sent the contract out and I've got it. I'm going to click under contract. If this was a verbal thing, I would come in here, obviously click on accepted date today. But let's just go ahead and mark that today is also the contract date. And so I'm going to click on save dates. If I wanted to, if I already had closing set up, could choose that as well. Now, let's go ahead and sell this property. So I'm going to click here on selling, and we do the same as we do in the buying section. We have two types, fix and flip, and then we also have wholesale. Now, wholesale is going to give you a couple more things to put in here, including an inspection date and some earnest money. And so let's go ahead and say that we are marketing this property. Our inspect by date, let's go ahead and come in and let's just say it's 2 weeks. So in 2 weeks we have to have this property sold, or else whatever your contract says. We're going to be asking for, let's say, a $5,000 earnest money. That $50,000 will be nice, but $5,000 earnest money deposit, and it's obviously not been put in yet. So let's say that I send this property out to my buyers list today. It seems like a screaming good deal. I send it out and I get a full price offer that comes in. And so what I can do is once I get that contract back, I can go ahead and say, hey, this was actually assigned today as well. My purchase amount, you can see, is showing from the latest buying offer. So whatever the latest buying offer is, that's going to be what your purchase amount is. Right now, our actual profit is minus 40K because we don't have anything in yet. But let's just say in this instance, we're going to come back and we have sold this house, let's just say for $55,000. And so you'll see right here that my actual profit is now $15,000 because my MAO the way that I could offer it, that had it set up, I was sending it out originally, and it came back here when I was at 55 because I bought the property at 40. I have a $15,000 profit. So I'm going to go ahead and say that I have a closing date. Let's just say that the closing date is next Friday, and we'll hit save selling info, and now I've got that information saved in here. All of this information is of course going to update all of the stats that we have, the KPIs, and of course the funnel that's in there. So if you have any questions about this, let us know.